Hello internet! We still have a bunch of characters we have not tried out with Cyrene. She can be used with like 13 characters and each of them have like multiple teams, so it's going to be pretty much impossible to test them all. But well, at the very least, I thought, you know what, we gotta try out every archetype there is. So we have Hysilens. Our beautiful blue whale here is not the dot archetype, and dot archetype only became a thing that's really good at version 3 as well, with Kafka, with the buff that she got too. However, since Hysilens is also a Chrysosaur, Cyrene does buff her too. And what do you know? Here is the effect. Not only Hysilens get a lot of energy, this is 60 energy. That's big for Hysilens. It increases damage now, which is okay, but that's not the kicker now. The kicker is this. After Hysilens uses basic attack or skill to attack enemies, the dot currently applying an attacked enemy immediately produce damage equal to 60/80% of the original damage. Basically, if you use Cyrene, Hysilens just becomes a Kafka. You don't even need to use Kafka anymore now. Well, we'll actually test it out. We'll show you. Before we start everything here for the creator experience server, these are the stats. It's still the 200 speed on Cyrene. I do think this is the best light to aim for. It's not an easy stat to reach, but if you can, you should be able to get the third turn in the first cycle, which is really important. Now, for this team, this will be what you're looking at. You would think, yeah, with Hysilens, you still want to have the Kafka in this team, but no, because you're running Cyrene, you prioritize having more Chrysosaur actually. Plus, this would be a good showcase for Tribi as well. Tribi's effect with Cyrene is also pretty good. And hey, listen, Honkai Sharo can get rough sometimes, especially when a new character comes along and you're looking at zero pulling resources in your account. As the good housewife on the lookout for great deals, I'd like to introduce today's sponsor, Aniba. Aniba offers the best top-up services and it's worth every bang for your buck. The best part is Aniba complies with all of Hoyoverse's guidelines with top-up services, so it's certainly trustworthy, and as usual, I myself has used it, had zero issues with that. You can top up for yourself or for your friends because all you need to do is click the first link in the description, choose the item that you would like to top up, enter your server, and then your UID, complete the payment, and voila, you see your resources in a designated account. No login needed. What's interesting is that there's a 10% cashback on what you're purchasing, or you can claim by going into your orders after purchasing, click on claim, and you'll see the cashback in your Aniba wallet. This cashback can be used for any other purchases in the Aniba website and can top up for Spiral even more. Or heck, pick up a gift or two. It's simple, it's a good deal, and most importantly, it's trustworthy. Check Aniba out and you'll support me as a creator too if you do give it a go. As usual though, no pressure at all. And with that said, let's get back into the video. With this setup, everyone's E0 as 1, except for Tribi, which is on Dance, but she is E1, which I do think is like the more common setup that most people have. But yeah, if you do have the E1 though, anything is possible, right? With Tribi, anything is possible, but only if you have E1 of her. Without it, yeah, a lot of things are not possible for this child. Now, with Cyrene, we do get the first turn with this team since we have Memo Sprite and Hysilens, we should be able to get the first ultimate without breaking a sweat. Not to mention, Hysilens herself is pretty quick, so we should be able to just get more future stacks turned into the ultimate stack for Cyrene in the end. Here comes the flop attack with extra future stacks from low eco as well. So yep, so far so good. We even have dance. Actually, now that I think about it, you don't even need 200 speed for Cyrene if you're running Tribi with her, since at the very least Tribi can have dance boost you get the turn, you know what I'm saying? Yep, here we got Hysilens. So the way you want to play this is you want to really just keep using the skill of Hysilens to gain as much energy as you can so you can trigger as much dots as you can, but that doesn't really matter too much yet until Cyrene does the ultimate. This is her gameplay anyway, and a lot of people don't like that. Me personally, it is just annoying to set up, but once you get it to start though, oh, she does not stop, baby. Well, rather than think about what's good and what's not, let's just continue by playing the game. Cyrene took the turn. We got 18 stacks so far thanks to little Ika as well. She does have an extra turn coming soon. She definitely gets the ultimate here. We will be just simply doing a Q. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll just go for the ult as well. I might be wrong about this. Maybe I want to wait until Hysilens get the turn first, but whatever. I'm just gonna use it. I don't think Hysilens could get another turn at all, but yeah, we should still be okay. Let's go for an E. I want to get as much attack as I can in them and then use the ult as well. We're going to use it because we're going to get them back anyway the moment Cyrene gets her ult back. So here comes the blue whale, back 300k because of the E1 by Tribi, right? So damage plus we're doing absolutely beautifully. We got 20 stacks on Cyrene. I think we just about know to get the ultimate. I don't even think we can get this zero cycle clear now. Well, do remember this week is not at all catered towards dots. So yeah, not exactly going to be looking for like a zero cycle clear, but yeah, we just got it, dude. The final 3 stacks, we just have it. Kind of a shame. I really wanted this team to work better, but I guess it's also nice. At least you don't have a reason to just completely force yourself to get rid of Kafka in this team. Let's go in and like not wait though. We get our ultimate in. Now with this ultimate, first things first, let's put a ring on Cyrene. Second thing second, I don't even know who to buff first. I guess we here's what we do. You see, with Hysilens, you do get the flowing warmth, you don't get the energy instantly, right? You just get this status, and if she attacks, she'll get the 60 energy. So you can buff her anytime, no issue. But for Trippy, though, you technically do get the ignore defense with a follow-up attack, and you get extra damage as well with the additional damage instance. So if you want to min-max this, you know, so you want to be a nerd like that, you use your ult on Trippy first, and then use Trippy's ultimate, and then you trigger at Hysilens, because you trigger this back. Yeah, that's some maximum damage, right? It's very nerdy, and I also realized I misplayed as well. I need a Hysilens to not use the ult first. What the hell is wrong with me? Well, I misplayed hard on that one. You know what? This is just a handicap. I wanted this to happen, man. This blue whale goes in 200k. Oh, we're missing so much damage. You could have done so much more had I had this ult first on her. Well, thanks to DDD, we do get an extra turn of Hysilens, though. We'll get an E now into Hysilens. I should have buffed her first, man. Now we do get the Ode to Ocean, and we get the status too, right? We get the Flowing Warm status. They'll get me more energy. And all these follow attacks. The Trippy's effect with Cyrene. Trippy just becomes a damage dealer, man. And not to mention this too. We might actually have this. Wow, okay. 0 cycles still. Yo, the Dot team without Kafka is still somewhat good, no? But you see, Flowing Warmth. The reason why we can use her as a Kafka as well. 60 energy for Hysilens is like more than half of her ultimate. That is a huge charge increase. We could just click an E. I think we get it all. Oh my. We just get our ult for free. What the crud? That might be a bit broken. You know, you would say, oh, we give 70 energy to Glare. It's not that big of a deal. But, dude, it's for Hysilens. Hysilens are only 110 energy upper limit. So, that's really good. Now then, Cyrene, from 7 to 10 with 1 Q. That is such good value. All right, now we got Hysilens again. The moment if we can get Cyrene to ult again, we get 60 energy again. And that's like a whole ultimate, right? So, I don't think we have to save at all. Just jump right in. Use some 77k on one guy. It is what it is. We'll go for the skill. You want to do it every time on Hysilens for sure. The more you do, the more else you can use. Now that you're gonna attack me, we have these mobs down. So with stages like these, the damage from Trippy will actually be huge for this fight, right? Because usually you might not be able to kill the rest of them. But with Trippy's effect plus Cyrene, you might be able to right there. Let's get Ian with you, and we're gonna go with the ult as well. Little Ika goes in. We're not able to get our ult yet, unfortunately. But here we're gonna buff Hysilens again. We'll get our 60 energy buff, right? So after this, the moment we touch them, we're gonna get enough to get our ult in, plus a 500k nuke. Holy moly. Cyrene's damage output, man. Cyrene plus Trippy in on its own is already like a nuclear bomb. All right, let's go for a Q now. We don't have enough for the ult yet. Here comes the E. We instantly get our ultimate. Watch this. Boom. Flowing Warmth, baby. We get our ultimate enough to kill all of the mobs, I think. Just enough to. If it doesn't, we still have the Trippy follow-on, I think. Oh, actually, no, I don't have it. All right, we're gonna summon things again, though, which we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll use our ultimate right here. DDD coming in clutch again. We get an extra triple Hysilens there. And now we use our ult with Hyacinth. Even Hyacinth's damage up was like pretty respectable, I would say. 250k from the Trippy, 500k from the gacha and Hyacinth. Dude, this team, everyone does damage. Forget about dots. Dots even isn't like a main source of damage anymore. It's just direct, like, true damage, man. This is a true damage team. Like, check this damage out, man. This is probably do like a bunch. Oh my god, 600k. Yep. Just light work, dude. Just light work. All right, now with Hysilens, what I did, you still have Flowing Warmth? I think you lost it. So yeah, there's one thing I gotta like keep in mind though. I already spent the buff from Cyrene. If I give it to her again, she'll overflow in terms of energy by a lot because she needs to attack first to get the energy. So what you want to do is want to like use your E first. You know, make sure your ult is like worth it for you to spend the Cyrene buff on. So here comes the damage in 360k, pretty solid. 200k as well topped up. Here comes Cyrene buffing the Hysilens, which yeah, pretty much just take the slot of Kafka at this point. You don't even need a Kafka for this team. It just works, dude. Everyone's dead already. Wow. Now that we're Trippy, the E1, man. E1 just unlocks the DLC for Trippy. If you don't have E1, you're playing the demo version of Trippy. Once you get E1, dude, you unlock the rest of them, like the 2 other ones. So 51% HP left. I'm not exactly sure if I've got this in time yet. I'm gonna use 1 skill point first now. Get that little eco damage in. Now Cyrene against 1 enemy. It's 140k, so that's more than I thought, man. Now with Hysilens, we do get the Flowing Warmth, so this will be a huge... Dude, we instantly from 0 energy, no? We just get the ultimate. What the flip? We'll take that 100%. Now that you summon your mobs, we go with our ultimate. This will be the highest damage output ever. Not to mention, we are producing even more dot damage output now with a lot of our attacks. So overall, it's just really good, man. And look at that DDD push. We got our turn with Hysilens again. We're literally doing this for 3 cycles in a row. It saved us a lot of heartache, dude. All right, now we got Hysilens. Get that future converted to recollection. Get the little Ika in as well to get the 12th one. So here comes like 12 recollection. Let's go for the ult again. We actually went win this. Wow, 8% HP left. I'm pretty sure we have this. Ideally, we'll have a Hysilens. I would rather freaking Hysilens end this, but I think, you know what? Even better. Oh, baby. Freaking take a picture of that, man. Cyrene with the absolute beautiful BM at the end. Just a shot to my face. 29 cycle. That took 1 cycle. Now, that was with a week with no help, right? This is not really, like, it's a somewhat of a help, but it's not really a help, though. It kind of helps Hysilens, but that's it. It does not help Dots at all. So, for this Dot team to be able to pull that performance off, it's pretty good. I mean, it does work out, and Hysilens becomes much more of like a damage dealer, including a whole team as well. Cyrene herself is a pretty good damage dealer anyway, with some DPS, plus a Tribby, the buff effect for Tribby, that helps her does more damage now, ignore more defense on the follow-up attack. Not to mention Hysilens, she just does good damage anyway. We didn't have to buff Hysilens at all, too. She's just cracked out the gil. She's a different level. Plus, on the energy output for Hysilens, the moment you click ult, Hysilens gets ult, like, instantaneously. It's just too big of a chunk of an energy, man. And finally, I will show you the crux of this team, the cornerstone that holds everything together, the glue, if you will. It's Tribby. I'm the free-to-play guy on my own account. I only have dance, that's it. And yeah, I will be getting E1. It is way too good. Jesus Christ. It's like a huge difference maker, man. This makes you do a lot more damage. And the DDD was helping her so good that it's just straight up better in terms of value, like if you compare it to her own like what I would say, like just getting the extra turns for Hysilens saved us the whole cycle, right? But yeah, I will say without the E1, the team performance really drops by a bit. You'll probably still clear in like 2 to 3 cycles though in the end. And I will say this, if we're just talking no emotion, pure meta, you're gonna say, oh, Tribby E1 with DDD, we can 0 cycle with multiple other teams if you just have the E1 Tribby and you don't even need the Hysilens, nor do you need the Cyrene as well. Yes, you would be correct. Tribby is kind of genuinely the glue to everything. It's just the E1, man. So in the end, should you be pulling Cyrene just so you can get rid of the Kafka in your Dot team of Hysilens? Absolutely not. There's like no reason to. Why would you do that, right? Like, yeah, you kick off Kafka from that team and now your Hysilens can function without a Kafka, then what's your Kafka gonna do? Just sit there? But it is an option and you never know what's gonna happen in the future. It works as intended, nothing too crazy. But the whole energy thing with Hysilens was pretty cool though. She's just becoming the main defense of the team, which is pretty unique, which is pretty cool. So that'll be all for today, guys. And that'll be all. We'll be testing all of the other friggin' teams as well. I think we have like at least 7 left. And yeah, we'll be testing some fun ones. And we'll see. That'll be for today. And take care.